Hi guys! So it has been exactly 1 week today since I had baby Boston, so I thought it was time to do my labour and delivery stories, and the house is so quiet at the moment, which is so nice because this week has been hectic. But it's going to be a pretty short story because I laboured very quickly, so there's not a lot to say about it really. He's almost due for a feed, but yeah, so as you guys know, last Thursday when I was 38 weeks and 6 days I went into false labour. I laboured while I thought I was labouring from around 12 o'clock midday all the way through till about 9 p.m. and then it just stopped, and I was devastated because that week I had been in a lot of pain. I wouldn't say I had pelvic pressure as such, but I felt like I was really bruised down there. Yeah, and then obviously being in false labour took a huge toll on my body, and I was really sore the next day. And I was feeling pretty upset that Friday because, not only had I not gone into labour, but my mum has been to both the births of my other two children, and my mum and dad were going away on the Friday, so when I went into false labour on the Thursday, I thought, great, my mum's going to be able to make it to the birth. And then obviously on Friday nothing happened, and so the Thursday nothing happened, so she missed out. And then Friday was my partner's sister's birthday. She was turning 20 and she was having a big party, and obviously I wasn't going to stop my partner Josh from going because it's his sister. And so Friday would have been a terrible night to go into labour, but I was having really bad pelvic pain. But luckily I didn't go into labour. It wasn't till the next morning when I was exactly 39 weeks pregnant I went into labour. It was 6:30 in the morning or between 6:30 and 7 in the morning when I had my first contraction. I was breastfeeding my daughter when I felt it, and straight away it was really painful, and it was quite different from how I'd laboured in the past, because with the other two I'd gone into labour late at night. In this case it was early in the morning, and previously my contractions had been in my stomach, whereas I was feeling a lot of back labour this time round. I was feeling in my stomach too, but my back ached, and right from the first contraction I was breathing through it because it was quite painful, and it woke my partner up and he goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think so. I'm just having some pretty strong contractions." But because it was the morning and I was expecting another nighttime delivery, I just, I thought it was going to be another false labour. But 3 contractions later and I was crying through them because my back ached so bad, and it was really painful. At that point I was calling my midwife to let her know what was going on. I said, I think I need to go to Botany now, because they were already pretty much on top of each other. I was having them about 2-3 minutes apart, so I knew that I was progressing fast like I have done in the past. I knew it wasn't going to be a long labour. So I called her and I told her to ring Botany. She said she'll ring Botany and let them know that I was coming. And this is where I got quite disappointed, because I've always had water births with the other two, so that's what I wanted this time around, because I don't take pain relief. I've never had an epidural, and I've never taken any pain relief, and I wanted to have the same kind of labour I've had with the other two. So she knew I wanted a water birth, and I would have assumed that she would have called Botany and told them to start running the bath with the you know, the birthing pool. But she didn't, because we straight away left. My partner's parents came and picked up the kids, and Josh's mum also drove me and Josh to Botany as well. And we get there, which was the worst drive of my life because I was having so many contractions. It's horrible driving while you're in labour. But we got there and she takes me into this room with, you know, a single bed, and I start, you know, I'm having painful contractions, and then I'm kind of in the middle of having a panic attack because I'm like, oh my god, I can't do it not in a pool. The water is my only form of pain relief. I can't do it on a bed. And I said to her, you know, where's the pool? I'm supposed to, you know, this is the wrong room. And she said, oh, I didn't think there was going to be any time. And I was like, I can't do it not in water. And I'm crying because I'm in pain, and I'm just standing over the bed and everybody's trying to rub my back, and I'm just like, no, don't touch me at all. I don't like it. It's not helping. And she said, okay, well, I'll go and get the nurse to run a pool. But sure enough, there wasn't any time. There would have been if she'd run it when they'd run the pool when I had left, when I had called to say that I was coming. But there wasn't any time by the time I got there, because once I walked in the door of the hospital, literally 15 minutes later, he was here. Because as soon as she walked out the door to run the pool, I felt my waters break, which I didn't have any waters at all. I felt like a trickle down my leg, and that is all I saw for, you know, that was it. There was no other waters there. But I felt the pop of that, and straight away I felt the need to push straight away. And she was trying to get me up onto this bed, and I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't. I've always been in the pool on my knees. I can't do it. And she, in the end, I did give in, because obviously the urge to push was just so strong. I couldn't hold on. So I didn't lie on my back. I was on my hands and knees, and that is part of the reason why, well, for a start, we had no time to take any footage. Between the first contraction and the time of delivery, I think was just under 2 hours. So the last thing we thought of was the video camera. It was way too quick, and second of all, it was probably the most, sorry, that's the wind, the most unflattering way to labour ever, with my bare butt sticking in the air. Whereas when I've been in the pool, at least, you know, my lower part of my body is submerged in water and you can't see anything. So, you know, it wouldn't have been a video that I could have posted on the internet, nor would I have wanted to. But straight away I felt like I needed to push, and because it was, you know, I was terrified. I knew the pain that I went through with the other two, so I just wanted to get it over and done with pretty much. So the first contraction, I pushed as hard as I could. So the head was out in one push, and then the body was out in one push. So 2 pushes altogether to get him out, and I screamed into the pillow to, you know, help deal with the pain. I should have left that window shut. Oops. Oh well. Just a minute. But anyway, yeah, so 2 pushes and he was out. He was born at 8:46 in the morning. He weighed 6 pounds 15 ounces, and he was 51 centimeters long. I didn't tear, but I did get a couple of grazes, which do sting when I go toilet. But she has given me like a sachet drink that I put in my drink that kind of tastes lemony, but it's really gross. But I think it's supposed to neutralize the acids in your urine to help with that burning. So yeah, overall it was really, really fast. It didn't have time to, you know, really think about it, to be honest. I just had to get it over and done with. I held him for the first hour. Nobody else was allowed to touch him. We didn't cut the cord until that hour was up. And yeah, he's absolutely perfect. I'll just show you, he's fast asleep. There's little Boston. So yeah, that is my labour and delivery story. While the house is quiet, I'm also going to film my 1 week postpartum. So look out for that, that'll be up straight after this one. Thanks for watching, bye.